or finish that year anyway. And my grandma wasn't even supposed to be in the therapy sessions, but she was. And it was a very, very bad experience for me. I never fucking wanted to go to therapy ever again. And I still kind of had that resting around in the back of my mind, where this was going to be the exact same thing. I'm going to go into a fucking therapist's office, and they're going to look at me like I'm fucking crazy, and then my mom's going to come bursting in and be like, you know what, I did this, this, and this, so she's not whatever she's telling you, she's full of shit. And, because I've actually had my mom say that if I were to get a therapist, she would come and fuck it up to where I couldn't get my diagnosis, which was different story. But yeah, I just really think that the standards of care are a good thing, and we really should follow the guidelines. I mean, I'm sure there's probably some tweaks that could be made to it that will help us. I really think that the process could be simplified. Mostly what pisses me off is the fact that most insurance doesn't cover it, and how many little advances are being made kind of pisses me off in regards to being able to transition from female to male, and well, that really doesn't deal with the standards of care, but like the bumps in the road along the way is really what pisses me off the most, because I mean, I've met all of my qualifications. I should be able to start testosterone the next time I go to my doctor. And it pisses me off that I have to get my diagnosis verified because he doesn't trust my online therapist. And it pisses me off that I'm not even going to be able to get in to see the psychologist he wants me to see until they get their shit together and get an ID number from my insurance so that they can start taking my insurance. And it's not even like something about me, it's for any and all people who have my insurance. They need to work something out with the company. It's really the bumps in the road along the way that pisses me off way more than the actual standards of care. And sometimes following the standards of care is like agonizing. Because as soon as you feel like, yes, this is the right decision, I am 100% sure that this is the right decision, this is what I am, this is what I want to do, I don't care about the risks, I don't care about losing my family, I don't care about anything that can possibly happen, this is exactly what I want to do, and if I'm not able to do this, I'll probably kill myself. Which, trans people do have the highest suicide rate of any other group of people, mostly because a lot of them aren't allowed to transition. It's just agonizing after you reach that point, and you still have however many more months or a year or more to go and until you've reached the standard guideline. But I really think that the time can help you, because when I came out, I wasn't passing at all. People were still saying, go back and look at my first video. I mean, I had hair that was down to here. I had a much higher voice. I didn't have a binder. I didn't have any guy clothes. My mom was refusing to acknowledge anything. My girlfriend didn't even want me to cut my hair. I had all kinds of shit. And then as I kept going, it was kind of like, I don't know, I guess you could kind of sort of relate it to, like, school and preparation for what you want to do with the rest of your life, like, career-wise, because a lot of people, I mean, everybody has to go through your standard 13 years of school, kindergarten plus 1 through 12th grade. Some people got an extra year in there with preschool. Everybody's got to do that. And then after that, you can either choose to go to college, you can choose to go to a 2-year school, a 4-year school, you can get a 6-year degree, an 8-year degree, and then you can choose to get multiple degrees in different things, and then there's a lot of people who live most of their life and still never found what exactly it was that they wanted to do. You can relate it a lot to that because there's a lot of preparation to go into figuring out what you want to do for the rest of your life. A lot of people really never figure it out. But if you were to spend a few years really seriously thinking about it, you probably would find exactly what you want to do for the rest of your life. And you'd be happy for the majority of your life that you actually spent this time in preparation, and you went to school, and you got your degree, and then you spent time looking for a job, and you'll probably go through a few jobs before you find a job that you really want to do for the rest of your life. And then, by the time you hit that point where you're happy, you're going to think that you're going to thank whatever caused you to go through those couple years and figure out what you want to do. Like, I got friends who are older than me who still do not know what they want to do. And I've already graduated college. I know what I want to do. I've pretty much always known what I wanted to do. I just had to figure out a practical application for it. Because it's a huge thing that has to go on for the rest of your life. I'm going to be taking testosterone until the day I die. MTFs have to take estrogen until the day they die. We gotta probably pay off our loans for surgery until the day we die because those are fucking expensive. It's just, I don't think that spending 2 or 3 years really thinking about this shit is that much to ask for in preparation to do something for the rest of your life. I mean, most people don't spend longer than that in school. Well, everybody spends longer than that in school, and then around that much time, if not more, in college. So, I mean, it's just, it makes sense to me that you would spend a few years really, really thinking about this stuff and doing stuff to really see if this is right for you. Because I've been passing for male since Mother's Day of 2009. And I hit my 1 year a couple months ago. And every single thing that I've done leading up to Mother's Day of 2009 to make myself look a little more male has gave me, like, ungodly amounts of happiness. Every time I was called him, or sir, or taken as male, or didn't get a weird look in the men's room, it made me happy. And it just reinforced that this is what I wanted to do. And I think everybody will benefit from taking some time in really figuring that out. So, at least, regardless of how you feel about the standards of care, stop knocking it on my channel. I'm just going to delete those comments from here on, because I really think that the standards of care helps people. Wolfgang out.